Are we live?
3, 2, 1.
All right, we are live. Welcome everyone. It is Monday. It is Crafty Conversations. Another day, another Crafty Conversation. My name is Crystal. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm super excited about everything that we have lined up for today. And today is a super busy day because not only are we bringing you the Crafty Conversations, we have a warehouse full of event prep, full of just all of the actual events we have going on this week. And so, it's a busy week. We like it busy here. And so we're going to walk you through some of the things that we do to prepare for our events. And maybe you guys could let us know some of the things that you guys do as well. By the way, today, look, we're starting in a different setting. Welcome to where all the magic happens. This is my office, and we're gonna start off with a few questions that you guys might have, and then we'll go around and we'll talk about different ways that we prepare for the events. So please put it in the comment section. Let us know what your questions are. I'm here to answer those. Don't worry, Angie's back there. We'll talk to her as well, and we will just get into some things today. So super excited. Do we have any questions?
Yes. Cooper said, have you ever had decor or plates break during your transport on the day of?
Okay, that's a good question. So one of the questions that we just got was, have we ever had any plates or decor break the day of the event? Yes, 1,000%. Transporting everything to the event is a science. It definitely is. And so when we walk back there and we see, Angie and Sylvia packing our events this week, we'll go over that. Obviously, things like bubble wrap are your friend, and there's specific ways that we pack things, wrap them on the way to the party and also on the way back from the party as well. So that's a really great question. And don't forget, put it in the comment section, like maybe there's certain things that you guys do to prepare for your events. We just got through doing a really fun Super Mario themed birthday party on Sunday. It was 100 kids. It was a lot. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot, but it was a lot of fun. And what we did is we did a YouTube video on how we prepared our balloons for transport for that particular event. So if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do. We will find a way to pin that on the live so you can subscribe, because on our YouTube channel, that is where we have specific content, informational content, vlogging style content, where we answer a lot of the questions that you guys might have specifically on YouTube. So know that video is coming out at the end of the week. And then additionally, we are doing a day in the life of just everything that went into throwing the Super Mario themed birthday party. It was fun. It was amazing. And it was definitely something to see. So please hit subscribe on YouTube, and we hope that, you turn your notifications on.
Just a couple greetings. Electric Pinata says hello.
Electric Pinata, man, I love that name. Hello, Electric Pinata. I don't think we've heard from you in the past. So welcome to Crafty Conversations. We're glad to have you.
Lisa Cardinal's back with us. She says, happy Monday.
Lisa! So excited. Casino Royale. Shout out to PCCA. We are super excited about celebrating 40 plus years in business with them. So can't wait to do it.
We have a good evening from Kevin Gaskin, and we also have a question.
Yes. Hello, Kevin. Okay, what are the questions?
So from Red and Renee,
Okay.
how do you handle breaking down after an event when the clients don't want/won't make their guests leave?
Woo, man. That's a great question. Okay, if y'all didn't hear Ray, the question was, how do you handle the breakdown of the event when your guests don't want to leave the party? Such a great question. And to be honest, I would say that like early in my career, I was very just like, almost like not afraid, but I didn't want, I didn't want to disappoint the client. So I would be timid in my approach of like, okay, well, the party's over, whatever the case is, like, it's time to go. But what I've learned over the years is that that's why you have a contract in place, right? And a lot of times, with your guest, it's a business for us, but sometimes they don't understand that. But it's not just you, it's the people that you're paying, it's the other vendors that are there as well. And so just a friendly reminder, and how you can approach it is just like, we don't mind staying for this amount of money. Because a lot of times when you bring up the money, that is a deciphering factor with your client. But a friendly just reminder about the end time of the party. If you're dealing with a venue, there's also that time that you have to actually be out of the party as well. And so a reminder that it's not just our fees, it's the fees of the DJ, it's the fees of everybody else. And you can always sort of have the plan of always having somewhere to be after the party as well. And so establishing that with your client from the jump, setting up a contract, also reminding them we send an additional event confirmation the day of the party, and then just reminding them that, hey, there's a time that we have to go, and basically reminding them of all the fees that they will incur if we decide to take this approach. And lastly, establishing that with them before the party starts. So hopefully that helps. But that was a really good question, and we're gonna write that down, and we should do a video on that, how we deal with that, to give you a little bit more context about that. But thank you for joining Crafty Conversations. Thank you for the question. That was a great question. And then put in the comments too if you guys have any advice or have dealt with that in the past. Any other questions?
She says, great tips. Thanks so much.
Oh, awesome.
James said, how many days before do you pack for an event or prep for an event?
Okay, so that question was, how many days before do we prep or pack for an event? And it really depends on the size and the scale of the event, okay? It also depends on the amount of events we have surrounding those events, okay? So we have a system. I'm very systematic. I have a systematic approach to everything that we do. And so on certain days of the week, we are at certain points with all of our events, but we have a deadline as far as any final details or anything that we need for an event. But depending on the type of event it is, will depend on how early we pull our inventory of what we have. And then that way we know what we need to purchase, right? And so it all just depends on what we have going on. If it's a week full of 20 events, or is this a week or a month where we're only gonna have a few events a month? So that is just sort of like a varying answer. Go ahead.
So from Kevin Gaskin, how do you deal with setting up events if bad weather happens?
Whoa, great question. So we just dealt with this yesterday. Okay, how do you deal with bad weather? First off, I can't stress enough the contract, okay? You have got to have a rain contingency plan before the event is set up, okay? So there's obviously always plan A, but you have to think of plan B and plan C and go over that with your client before you guys agree to do the event, okay? And let me give you an example. We had an event this past weekend. It was in a park, okay? You guys know this. And I don't know, you can drop in the comments too, like, where are you guys located? Where are you from? We're located in Houston, Texas. And if anybody knows anything about Houston or Texas, this weather is completely unpredictable. So if your client picks a venue that's completely outdoors, then, you know, you've got to remind them that either if it rains, we would need to provide, you know, covering, whether that be a tent, whether that be whatever that is, provide a general idea of pricing for what that is and give them a deadline for when they need to make that decision. For example, if you're gonna bring in a tent and let's say you don't have that tent in your inventory, you're gonna use an additional rental company for that. So then they would need to know how many days out that would need to be ordered. So then you need to then put that in your contract. And so I would say it's all about your contract. It's about setting the expectation for your client way ahead of time and letting them know, hey, this is our rain contingency plan, and getting them to agree upon that before you accept the event.
Okay. So Kevin, that he says that I'm right down the street from you all in Victoria.
Oh, Victoria is right down 59. Shout out to Victoria, Texas. Thank you for joining us.
And then we have a sweet occasion back with us.
Sweet occasions. Thank you so much for the love, y'all. Thank you.
And they said, hello, do you have your own venue? And if not, is it your goal to have one?
That's a great question. We do not have a venue, okay? So we are essentially like a mobile event planning company. We do a lot of events at all the beautiful venues that are around the area, and we do a lot of events in our clients' homes as well. And so that's a really good question about the goal of having a venue. That's something that I could totally see happening for us one day, for sure. I have a lot of really great ideas about like what I think, you know, a good venue should be and what it should include and that sort of thing. And so that is definitely something on the list. So thank you so much for asking that question. And we have a lot of people that join our lives that own venues. If you own a venue, let us know what your venue is, what city it is, and we will shout you out on the live as well. Mm-hmm.
Kelly said, with you saying that about the indoor and outdoor, would you say prep for indoor and outdoor events differ?
We've got stories now. We've got stories about outdoor events. Like, let me give you this one example. We did this, it basically was like a barbecue cook-off, like with an amazing company. We love them. And this was one of those situations where it was multiple tents, multiple businesses, and we just so happened to be at the tent at the bottom of a slope, okay? And so that literally does not matter until it rains, okay? Because that means all of the rain went from the top of the slope to our tent. So for example, we always in our emergency kit, and essentially we'll do something on this too, because I feel like this is going to be great information for everybody. We have a kit where we include ponchos in our kit just in case we need them. But additionally, if there is a threat of rain, I will pack rain boots for my team. So rain boots, because you never know, like it could be muddy, it could be raining, all of that, and it could rain for the first part of your setup and then be beautiful right before your party. So, you know, you gotta be down for whatever. So the difference in an indoor and outdoor event definitely differs, which when you get into like your pricing and all of that, those are things that you need to think about, that you need to prepare for, put in your contract. That way you and your client are on the same page.
Paula actually has 3 questions.
Okay.
First one,
And talk loud so everybody can hear you.
How different is it to plan for children's parties, and do you prefer to plan adult or children's parties?
Okay, that's a great question. Okay, these are such good questions. Say it again.
How different is it to plan for children's parties versus adult parties? And which one do you prefer?
Okay, so it is a lot different planning for kids parties versus adult parties, but what I will say is that it depends on the content of the party, okay? So, for example, this Super Mario Party that we just did on Sunday had activities. It was activity heavy, okay? And so at every point in the party, we were providing these kids with, activities and all different types of things. So preparing for that was definitely a lot different than a typical party who doesn't have activities. But one thing that I always say about events is that events are generally the same, minus the location, the theme, and the actual aspects of the event. So we overall prepare the same way for each event, but the actual details of what's in the event might change small things about the way that we prepare. But our checklists are the same. The way we systematically go through the event and organize it is the same. And so for the question about the children versus adult events, I honestly can't pick because we've done some out of this world kid parties. Out of this world. If I told you the details of it, you would honestly be like, this was for a 4-year-old? Yes. And so for me, it's more about, I like events that are over the top. I like events that have multiple things happening, entertaining wise, music, great food, great entertainment, all of those types of elements. And I really feel like that can apply to kids party or an adult party. So I love both of them.
Okay, another question from Renee. How would you handle working with other vendors that cause delays? For example, I was hired to do the backdrop, but the rental company didn't bring the stage that the backdrop was to go on. 2 hours late.
Man, that is such a great question. So, and Renee, I would ask, she was providing what?
She was supposed to do the backdrop.
She was providing the backdrop and then the stage was late, right?
Yes.
So, okay. So that's why having an event planner coordinator is super, super important. So here's the deal. For example, we're an event planning agency. So we have all of those elements inside of our agency. But let's say you are doing the backdrop, right? Does your client have a planner coordinator that is planning the times that the vendors come in? Okay, that is huge. And even if your client doesn't have a planner, then you need to be asking these questions as well, because you're right. How do you set up a backdrop without a stage? And so these are the details that sometimes your client really isn't thinking about. But if the event has a planner coordinator, then this is something that you need to check and ensure that will be handled before you get there. Because the other thing as well is load in and load out, right? Depending on your load in area, it could be something where only one truck or one van can fit the load in area. This is things that people don't think about, right? So if you have 10 vendors at the event, that load in, load out needs to be super strategic so that the whole event can be set up on time. And so, yes, that is definitely a great question. And hopefully you can troubleshoot it by running this through the planner coordinator ahead of time, running this by your client ahead of time. And then even in some cases, dealing directly with the vendor, understanding building those relationships with those local vendors that you have and calling them directly and seeing what time that will actually be set up. But that's a great question.
And another question from White Shalon.
Uh-huh.
Do you mentor? So inspiring.
White Shalon, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for that question. Okay, you guys, so mentorship is coming inside of 2024. Yes, that is something that we are developing right now. It's something that I'm super, super excited about. And thank you for that. Like, you know, this is totally something new that we decided to do. This is our 10th year in business. And for celebrating 10 years, I was like, let's do something different. Let's show people the behind the scenes of how we create these events, because I love just sharing information that will help people and help you guys on your journey. So please stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube. Make sure you follow us so that you can get that information first, and you can know the things that we're developing that we're super, super excited about.
And Renee with the backdrop question, she said they definitely didn't have an event planner. And also she says, I'm loving this live. Thanks so much.
Thank you guys. You guys are lifting me up right now. I hope I'm lifting you up and you guys are lifting me up too.
Paula says, do you ever plan and design weddings?
That is a great question. Okay, so the question is, do we plan and design weddings? Yes is the answer, okay? We do. We've done some beautiful, beautiful weddings. And in fact, it's last year, we did a St. Patrick's themed wedding for, shout out to Becca. She was on the live last week and it was so, so, so pretty. It was in Galveston. It was in this really historic, I was gonna say old, but historic venue. I don't remember the name of the venue, but it was like absolutely gorgeous. We do a lot of weddings like in our clients' homes. We can do things that are, you know, we can honestly do weddings at any venue. We specialize in doing them in our clients' homes as well. And it's something that I really, really love to do. But I will say this. We do a lot of corporate, we do a lot of milestone events, we do a lot of birthday events. That is the bulk of the type of clientele that we get. And so, you know, but we do all different types of events. And that's what really makes this fun for me. That's why I love it, is because it's always new challenges, new things. And so I really enjoy it.
From Party Pearls Balloons, do you need an LLC when you're just starting out, or is registering your business fine? I'm in San Diego County.
Okay, Party Pearls. I love, love, love that name. That is a super cool name. And so what I would say is with forming your LLC, I think that it is important. And I think that, but I think the first thing, when you know that you're serious, okay, when you know that this is beyond just a little side thing, that this is something that you're pursuing, I think that's when you make the move. Because honestly, beyond business reasons, even just starting it and going through the motion of doing that is like reasserting yourself that yes, this is something that you're going for, this is something that you're gonna do. And obviously, like, the more income you take, that needs to be tracked and all of that. And so yes, it is definitely a good idea. But if you're just starting, the first thing that you need to form is clients, right? So you need to get the word out that this is what you're doing. Family, friends, whoever will listen, social media, focus on building that clientele to get that consistency of work. And then yes, that is your next step, is forming that for sure. So excited that you are even thinking about that, and that that's something that you're going for. I love it.
Mm-hmm. 2 more questions.
Okay.
So Lolo's Sweet Treats, will you also be doing workshops?
Yes. So when we roll this out, we're going to be doing mentorships, and then we're going to be hosting workshops in our warehouse, in our office warehouse space. And so yes, I'm so excited to meet a lot of you face to face and really, you know, get this going. So please follow us. And when we put this out, which will be inside of 2024, we're gonna put it on, you know, our social media and all of that. So I'm so excited that you guys are wanting to learn and really wanting to get more into the details of how to set yourself apart, right? How to set yourself apart, how to make money, okay? And how to really put your creativity first. I'm about, like, I am just really blessed to be able to have a creative business, have a creative mind, but really have a business behind my creativity. And that, for me, is something that creativity is, like, undervalued. And so you really have to, like, protect it and charge for the things, your ideas, and, you know, the things that other people, they come to you because they can't think of how to make this look great or how to do that. That's the thing that you're really, that's that thing that's almost like untrackably that you're really charging for. So I can't wait to get into more conversations like that.
Mm-hmm. And then one more question. Kevin Gaskin, follow up on the rain question.
Yes.
If the event has to be canceled due to bad weather and the client wants to set another date, how do you handle this when the client has already paid?
Okay, so how do you handle it when the client has already paid? You handle it, okay? Because remember, the advice is to set it up in the contract, right? Like what will happen in the case of, right? And a lot of contracts as well have clauses that even include, like, if a hurricane comes, if a tornado happens to happen. And look, with the way things are going now, you just never know. Like, you think it's gonna be all good, and then all of a sudden some hurricane comes in and messes up the plans, which is why you need to protect yourself and your business. But so that's the advice. But if you get to the point where the client has already paid and now it's raining, you know, unless there's somewhere to move the event, like, if it depends on how much you value that relationship with your client, okay? So personally, I would work something out where, you know, we would go ahead and do it on another day. But I also wouldn't be in the position because I would be sure to have that contract set up. So your reputation, your name is number one, especially when you're first starting out. So, you know, it's all about the client and making the client happy. All right, these were amazing. Like, these were such great questions. And I'm just so glad that you guys are joining us. You guys are learning from the way that we do things. And 6 events this week. 6 events this week. We had 2 over the weekend, 1 on a Sunday. And having an event on a Sunday, like, it throws me off a little bit. But okay, we see Valencia back there in the background blowing up some balloons. We're gonna go check out what they're doing. And in here we have Sylvia smiling. We're working on some signage that's gonna be for some events. Actually, it's gonna be the signage that is on the food menu for a catering event that we're doing later. We're doing our awesome cubes and we're logoing those. Oh, we're doing the Houston Chronicle Best of Best event tomorrow with all the nominees. And here, let me show them that. This is what it was like in 2022. So we're doing the nominee event for that tomorrow. So that's going to be fun. And then you could just see what Amanda's doing, how she's laying those vinyls on the cube. And she's gonna take that off. You wanna just get a close up of her hands? And applying that. And you guys know that we love our Cricut. We use it for all different types of things.
From It's a Sweet Occasion, that Madonica 80s party you did was awesome. Kudos on another great event.
Wow. Thank you. Yes, the team did so good. That was like such a creative, fun event. We had a lot of fun putting that together. That was super cool. And you see she's almost done. And remember, we said with the Cricut, it's all about quality vinyl. quality transfer tape. And that was a pretty intricate
logo.
There we go. That thing. She's almost done.
Oh,
And we'll go live tomorrow from the party just so you guys can see how it comes out.
you know what? This is actually my last one.
Yes! We gotta run our last one! Look, it was meant to be. It was meant to be. Thank you for showing us that, Amanda. And so this is our balloon room. Welcome to our balloon room. Now we already said the magic happened in there. And so what happens in here? It's magic in here too. But this is how we organize our balloons. We'll do another video on that. We won't focus on that today, but that is what's happening over here. And so on this side we have Valencia, and she is Sin, can you get that logo so they could see the colors of what we're doing? So what are you working on, Valencia? Some balloons?
Yes.
Okay, so she's working on some balloon columns, and if you were in the event, in the Crafty conversation last week, that's what we went over was balloon columns, the different ways to sort of do those. And if you could see, this is our color scheme. And so this is the beginning of that. You could see the the pinks, the purples, the light pinks, that sort of thing. So by the end of the night, we will have some great looking balloon columns, okay? But it takes work. Are y'all charging for like the time that you blow your balloons up? Are you charging for the time that you source them and the time that you take to even decide if it's the right color? Is it a color match, right? That takes time. Okay. Oh, go ahead.
Quick question from CT Creative Art Space. They're
Yes.
back with us this week.
CT, thank you for coming back. We appreciate you.
Any tips on establishing corporate clients?
Yeah. Corporate clients, that is a great question, and that is something that we have multiple people have questions on. And so we're gonna do a video that's dedicated to that. But yes, 1,000%. Key to getting corporate clients, first off, is letting them know that you're there. Okay, letting them know that you exist and how you can make it easy for them to use your service, right? Because corporations like things figured out. They want to know, how you're solving a problem, okay? And there's multiple ways to do that. And we're working on a piece of content right now that specifically speaks on how to get your word out about that. So, and first off, understand, especially because, by the way, CT Creative Space, they are a venue located in Houston, Texas. So if you need a venue, go check them out. And I would look at the businesses that were around me locally and focus on that, right? The ones that are within a 5-mile radius, and make that my first target on who I'm gonna contact.
Angelica said, what company do you think has the best shade range for balloons, like you were saying, talking about the color matching?
That is a good question. So hopefully you guys heard that. And the question was, what company has the best shade range for balloons? And I'm gonna go, I love Tough Tex. I like the shades that Tough Tex provides. I feel like they have a lot of options there. And so I'm going with Tough Tex. And just so you guys know, like, you can mix balloons too. It's a little bit annoying, but you can double stuff balloons to get, the color and the shade that you're going for. That's why you gotta charge for your time, right? Because they want whatever it is that they want, but they don't know how to get it.
Paula says, who in the event industry inspires you?
Oh, I'm not prepared. Okay, who in the event industry inspires me? That's a really great question. And the answer there's a lot of really amazing event planners, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go old school. Well, and that is meant with love. I'm gonna go. What I mean by old school is I mean who originally inspired me, and I'm gonna go with Mindy Weiss. She does like all the Kardashian parties, and like, so it's like over the top and it's super creative, and she's not the only vendor that's doing them, but like all of her work is super like, I just love it. I think it's amazing. And there's like other people who inspire me as well. I just need to think about who it is, but there's so many different amazing talented event planners that are doing it, and there's so many different people that I could name. Okay, and maybe I'll think of some more. Now, didn't we have a question earlier about packing the party after the party? Yes. So that is what we're doing right now. Angie, you want to say hi to your people?
Hi, everybody. How you doing? Happy Monday. I'm glad you guys here with us.
Yes.
And just ask those questions. Questions, okay?
So Angie, what is your advice for packing a party? Like when the party comes back, like what are some of the things that you do when the party gets back?
So make sure you open all your boxes and make sure everything is in there. Because when we pack the party, make sure we count everything where we have and we take. So make sure also organize like open all the boxes and get everything. And like you see, we have to unpack and we have to organize everything like it was before, and then counting. Mm-hmm. Whatever goes out, and when you come back, make sure you have the same amount of whatever you don't want to lose your
inventory.
Your things. Yeah, there we go.
And here's the deal, and this is super, super important. And by the way, this seems like an obvious answer, but you need to do it as close to the party as possible. Because what happens is, and yeah, we have a lot of events, we have a lot of things happening, but for example, an event comes back, but you don't check it for a week, you've forgotten what happened, right? And not only have you forgotten that you're missing the red drapes.
Oh
exactly.
My God,
oh, does this sound a little personal? Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, not only do you notice that you're missing the red drapes, but you need to contact the venue, right? Like you need to say, did we leave these here? You need to contact your other vendors. Did we leave them? Did you guys happen to take them? And so number one is checking things as soon as they come back. That way your accounting is fresh on your mind. And then even with the people you're working with on your team, like, hey, did you like see this? Did you whatever? Yeah. And then you can also tell them what they did wrong, right? You could tell them, hey, this gold vase came back broken. Mm-hmm. Can you please pack better when you put it back in the box? And you wanted to say something.
Yes, that's a very, very important thing. This is amazing, bubble wrap. So when you, especially because me and Sylvia, that's the ones that we pack the party, and I don't care how much I use, okay? Because I want to make sure I want to make sure that my bases come safely back to the party,
yes,
and back to the warehouse.
She's preaching, y'all.
Amen.
So I'm telling you, like if you do like this and a big one like this, that is not gonna happen. That is not in my. That's why I like to pack and wrap, because
that's not up to her standard.
No, because I need like some, and I always tell them how to do it, but
Not everybody listens.
exactly. So you see, and you can like it's just easy to do like this, and that's gonna come back safely.
Yes.
With no broken.
Yes.
Now, bases are expensive.
Hello.
And you just have to take care of it, not because it's not yours and you work with Crystal, and you need to take care of as is yours.
Yes.
Because we work and we take care of things. I like to take care of things. We like to take care of things.
And can we have a commercial break? And the commercial break is my thankfulness for my team. I can't do this on my own. Like, you can't see all the people that are even around me right now. But like, I have the best team. Like, these people have been working with me for a long time. They go through it all with me, and there's no way, like, all the people that you're seeing and the people that you don't see, there's no way I could do this without people that are like with me on this journey. And Angie is just like a representation of some of these people, but they really, really help me, and they really, really care. So the number one piece of advice I would give is work with people who care.
Yeah.
Right?
Caring, I think. Caring and sharing.
Because and one more thing, because we had the question about the plates early on in the live. And so he was asking the question about do the plates break, right?
Yes.
So
But
this is
you
a
have
great
to-
example of how to wrap. Because another thing as well.
No.
I don't know about that
I
one.
didn't put, yeah.
Look, that's an example of how not to do it, right?
So, yes, exactly. I don't know. Like, this is extra. This is extra.
Don't
clean back.
throw away your bubble wrap.
No.
Bubble wrap is expensive.
Oh, yeah, but
A spool of bubble wrap is $30+. So when you get, can I just tell them an example about this? Come here. So, for example, we have like these boxes and these candles, right? They come from Amazon. And like, oh, this is a good example. Pull these out. When your stuff comes from Amazon, think about it. Some or whatever packer, and actually less Amazon, but more like, let's say you order something and it comes, what I'm saying is they pack that product for the product, right? So meaning like these little sleeves for these candle holders, this is the original packing that it came on, and this piece of bubble wrap is a sleeve. And I know people they don't get turned on by things like this, but this turns us on. So don't throw that away. Like, use that to then transport and try to keep your original boxes and all that. But if you can't, you now have a perfect piece of something to pack little things in.
And those are super breakable, so that helps.
Exactly. Sylvia
Yeah,
said these
this
are
is-
super breakable.
Yeah.
You can't, because by the way, you can't lift all your boxes. You can't put them on the dolly. You're depending on other people as well. So you got to pack like you're not taking it.
and
Oh,
these
that's good.
stickies. This is really good. I put them in my boxes. When I pack them, make sure, and I double check with them. And I said, do you see this? We have a big one. You see this? Make sure you do it like it says in the paper.
Amen.
Fragile.
Everybody's screaming Angie, Angie, hey Angie, screaming Team Angie.
I'm telling you. I have like certain, I don't know. It just, I guess they said, I tell myself that I'm special just because I like the way sometimes, a lot of people, I feel like, but nobody does that. Like, nobody thinks that I'm like so picky on that stuff because I guess it's just me, the way I do things, and I think I don't know.
Well, it goes back to what we were talking about earlier, and yeah, this is a crafty conversation, and it's about events, but it's really about our lives, right? It's really about our livelihood. It's really about taking this creative adventure, turning it into a business, which is why I'm talking about character and the type of people that you work with. Like, if you don't surround yourself with people who care as much as you do, then yeah, your stuff is gonna be broken. And by the way, I've had a lot of broken stuff, so
Exactly.
I haven't made all the right decisions.
Now, a lot of people pack it like this, like a bunch of them, so it can just like be like, okay, boom, that's it. Now, if you pack it like this, on top of each other, that is wrong,
Right.
because it will come back broken. I'm telling you. So it's just like individually, like it's not gonna take you that long, you know, if you do it like.
But here's the thing, Angie. These are the things that when you're creating like your charges, like you got to think about we need to practice correctly. It's not like to be meticulous about things means that this is a part of the service. This is a part of what it is, the service that we're providing, and that matters. And so, yes.
Everything is service. Everything that we do here, I mean, you should like charge extra, because this is she's paying us to do the extra stuff.
Hello.
And in order for the party to be more, how do you say
more detailed, more great. For us
Yeah.
to put what it is that we put on the party, it doesn't just happen. Like, there's people who actually are behind the scenes making it happen. And guess what? Although I said all those amazing things about these people, they ain't showing up for free. Okay? And so they laughing too, right? So at the end of the day, that's got to be in the forefront of your mind as well. Okay, so that was good. And so
you're getting a lot of 100% emojis.
Let's
hearts,
go.
Celebrations.
Let's go.
Love all day, every day.
We love it. We love Angie, that's for sure. Uh-huh.
A quick question just came in from Inflated Dreams.
Yes. Inflated Dreams, I love that.
What are those light up boxes called? I just got on. Where did you buy them?
Okay, so the light up boxes, those come from like a specific manufacturer that we use. But wait, what was the question? Sorry.
What are they called? And where did you buy them?
Okay, so I've got to get the actual name of them, like the official name of them. And so, but it was from a specific manufacturer. So what I'm gonna have to do is come back next week and tell you that. So re-ask me that next week, and then I'll have that information. But those are super, super cool. And what we like about them is the flat surface that they provide to make it really, really easy to vinyl and customize on them. We use them all the time, for sure. Okay, so what's in this box?
So St. Patrick's is going back, baby.
Yes. Okay, so this is a great example. So if you were on our live last week, you saw that we were preparing for our St. Patrick's Day parties. So now, what's gonna happen? And one day we're gonna do a full-on warehouse tour of our warehouse, so you can see sort of how we organize things. But just to let you know, our themed things go in a different area than the things that we use for multiple things. I don't know if that makes sense.
And we label them.
And we label.
Yes. So she is making sure that it came back, like whoever was at the party did their part. There's might be some separation that needs to happen with themed things versus not themed things. But we're gonna put her on the wall for 365 days, right?
Exactly.
So she's gonna go up, but also this is huge. You want to make sure that there's no moisture in the box. Like, that's super important, because mold, right?
Yeah, you have to check, make sure everything that you use is not wet, or make sure that, I don't know, sometimes, you know,
there
like
could be
seafood
food in there,
and everything,
you
so.
know, whatever the case is. So you got to make sure there's nothing in there that any insects would want to get at, any molds, anything like that.
Yeah, you check it before and after. So
Yes.
that's the best thing you can do, so you can have nice stuff for the next years.
And that's one thing too. And I know, listen, just subscribe to YouTube, okay? Because at the end of the day, we're working on a piece of content that really goes over building your inventory, okay? And the steps that you can take to do that. So stay tuned for that. Your inventory is important, because your inventory, if you have it in your inventory, then you don't have to buy it, right? And you're charging for rentals on what you have. And so if you don't take care of your stuff, if it doesn't come back, if you don't go through it yourself or have somebody on your team to help you go through it, and you put this on the wall and you come back in a year, there might be living creatures in there. And
Yes,
so you don't want
you don't
any
want
living
that.
creatures.
You don't
No.
want that. That's
Not at all.
nasty.
And so
That's not healthy.
that's not, no, not at all. And so what's in this box down here? Okay, yes.
Paula also said she loves Preston Bailey.
Oh, Preston Bailey, yes. That's a good one, Paula. Thank you. Who are the event planners y'all like? Who, put them in the comment. Maybe you love yourself. Maybe you want to shout yourself out and you want to say, hey, I'm amazing. You know what I'm saying? Tell us you're amazing, okay? Preston Bailey is really, really good one. Thank you for that.
From CT Creative Art Space, she says, or they said, yes, I had to throw away brand new tablecloths because they were wet and molded. Money down the drain.
Money down the drain. Exactly. Like, there is nothing like that just makes you mad, right? Like 1,000%, because it could be prevented. It's definitely something that you can reuse and reuse. And the more things you can reuse, the better it is for your business. Do just a quick span of the warehouse. You guys, one day I woke up and had all this stuff. Okay, and that's literally.
And she was still coming, bringing stuff from her house. Poor Josh. Like, yes, that was just.
Listen,
like,
one day you wake up after multiple trips to multiple stores and you just have an inventory. So that's a blessing. Okay, so now what about sequence and linens?
Okay, sequence, I just
Well, let's show how we pack it for the party.
Mm-hmm.
And then
so this is stuff that
this is a gym box right
came
here.
back. Yeah.
Or should we do
those
this
are
box?
the new ones for that new party.
Okay, so this is, we packed this, and remember, oh, let me see that logo. Okay, so remember we talked about our color scheme? So you could see where we're going with this, with our color scheme, and what our vision is for that. And so, and you can see how we have them folded up, I think, in the box, and this is going to be great for at the party. Mm-hmm.
So we got two, I guess, inspirations from CT. David Tutera and
Yes.
Colin Cowie.
Come on. Thank you for that. Yes. David Tutera, 100%. Do y'all remember that reality show that he used to have? Like, I can't remember what it was called, but he used to have a reality show where he would, like, it was like hilarious. It was like well produced, where he would like, but I felt like there was like a spin on the reality show. And like, I used to love watching that. And then, yes, Colin, how do you say it?
Colin Cowie, I believe.
Yes. He does amazing events. These are all good, you guys. These are all really, really, really good. He does beautiful things. Y'all got me excited.
White Shalon says, Flower Girl events coming soon.
Flower Girl events. I love that name. I love that. And Shalon, White Shalon, we are wishing you nothing but the best. We want to be on this journey with you too. We want to help you achieve your goals and your dreams too. So I love that. Flower Girl events.
Inflated Dream says your warehouse space is so organized.
Wow. There's a lot of people that are smiling because you said that right now. And here, yes, but thank you so much. It is pretty well organized, right?
Yes.
We will take that. It is pretty well organized. And amongst the creative chaos, it is great to have an organized space where you know where things go. And so, okay, back to linens, right? So this is how we pack them. And then, of course, like we already said, if something comes back with any kind of moisture on it, that's why you need to check your stuff as soon as it happens and take that out and make sure that that is out of there.
CT says event inventory accumulates fast.
Yes. I mean, you're telling me. Like, it really does. It really does. And see, you know what's sort of funny is when I started, I thought, oh, let me just buy stuff that's on sale, right? And that is a method. And we'll talk about that because I have some really, really good tips for that. But at some point I had to stop because I only really buy when I need something specific, but there are times where I just have to get it because it's just like so good and it just makes sense to. But you're right, inventory adds up quick. It takes up a lot of space. That's why you gotta charge money, right? You gotta charge money because you gotta store your stuff. Okay, so let's open up these boxes. What's in here?
So this is the sequence.
More sequence, more linen.
Came back. And this is our bases and like the decor. Haven't checked this one yet, but everything, it looks packed like.
Look at that beautiful wrapping. Look at that beautiful. There is no breaking happening.
To your standard, Angie.
Is it?
Yes. Whoever did this, and probably I know who did it.
I did.
Oh, see, that's because she knows how I like it.
Is that who you were gonna guess?
Were you gonna guess me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yay.
I was like, cause you know how we do it.
You already know. We already know.
Yes. So we just have to like organize back the party. But right now we're like in the middle of like packing the new party that is gonna be amazing, and it's gonna be
gorgeous.
And
what y'all don't understand is you have 5 more because we have 2 on Wednesday, and then we have 1 on Thursday, then we have 1 on Friday, and then we have 1 on Sunday. And so this is level 1. This is level 1.
Yeah, that's my life right now.
So hey, it's work. We love work, right?
We're not gonna put it back, so we're gonna just, I don't know. Well, we'll see.
Figure out what party.
What party is next, and what are we gonna use, and sometimes we don't even put it back because we have. Sometimes we have that line, this line,
yes.
This line, that line, and sometimes we have to go to the rooms because we don't have no space.
Right. And just so you guys understand, which is like, this is amazing. We can pack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can pack up to 6 parties at a time. And so we had a question earlier about what was it about preparing, like how far in advance you prepare. We are blessed to be able to prepare early, but as you can see, I just said we have 5 parties this week and only 1 is packed. So this week isn't a good example, but it's because we can move a line of parties in a week and then have to start brand new the next week. And so that really helps us be able to take on multiple events, multiple clients, all of that. And so it totally helps us. These were some of the kid activities, the supplies we needed for the kid activities that we had yesterday. And then, we were doing dodgeball. And we were doing, what else were we doing with the balls?
And we just did dodgeball.
But we had to throw in a net.
Catch a cannon.
Catch a
We were
Cannon.
doing one called Catch a Cannon. Like, we had these it was a Super Mario party, and we took different activities and then themed them for Super Mario. And that was fun. It was 105 kids at one time that had to be entertained, okay? That was something else, right?
Made it happen.
Yes.
Paula says, I had the opportunity to meet and attend the Cater Source Event Solutions Conference in
Oh.
Vegas. Preston Bailey, Colin Cowie, and David Tutera taught the conference.
Wow. Okay,
crazy.
did you guys hear that? Paula said that she went to the Catering Source event, which I did see that. It was on like Valentine's Day weekend, and maybe we'll go next year. Paula, tell us, did you like it? Was it worth your money? Did you like going to it? She just said all of our favorite event planners were there, right? That's pretty cool. Last week we learned about the float conference, which was like a float balloon thing. Well, balloon conference, and we said maybe we'll go there this next year. Hey, we would love to do a live there, right?
Yeah.
We should do it, because we'll let y'all know. Like, we'll let you know how it is. Is it worth, your time? But I'm sure if those people were there, that was something that was probably really, really cool. Okay, so we've gone over packing and just some tidbits of the things that we do there. And so here, let's head this way. So, are you following us on YouTube? That's the question. What was the event the video last week was about the event planning process. Shout out to, I can't remember who said they saw the actual video. That was a really great video because it spoke to our process and everything that we put into a custom event. That was super cool. So that is our latest upload on our YouTube channel. We highlighted just all the different things we did to customize and create that really, really, really cool event. If you go on our website too, poppinpartieshouston.com, you can see that event there. If you go under birthday parties, you will see that event. It was called Madonica. What an amazingly fun theme. That was super, super cool. So that was our last upload on YouTube. Go on there, look at that video. It's about 14 minutes. Watch it till the end because that was super, super cool. Amanda has just delivered our logoed centerpieces. Well, they're sort of being centerpieces for what we're doing tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow we're doing the Houston Chronicle Best of Best nominee ceremony, and so we can't wait to celebrate with the best companies that are doing their thing in Houston, Texas. These are all different categories, and we're super excited to work with the Houston Chronicle time in and over again. This is not our first event with them, to help them make that happen. And so that is gonna be super, super fun and super, super great. Oh, she's got the she's been working all day on these, you guys. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. Those look really good. Those look amazing. Okay. Boom. Those look awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. Any other questions? Do we have any other questions? This was fun. Because I'm not going to lie, I didn't know if it was going to happen today because we were very, 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 very busy with our events. And I was like, you know what? No, we're not about a facade here. Like, this is what's happening. I was like, we got to show people exactly what it is that we really do. And this was a great opportunity to do that.
Paula says, thank you and your team for sharing and coming on live. I love this format. I'm learning so much.
Wow, that makes us so, so, so happy. That's why we do it. We appreciate y'all's support because it's about support. Like, that's what Crafty Conversations is. It is literally
support.
Oh, amazing, amazing, amazing. Those look, I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited about tomorrow. Crafty Conversations matters to you. okay? That matters to you and that's gonna help you. So keep letting us know what it is that you want to hear. Okay, you guys. I mean, I know I make it look good, but I have a little anxiety about all the event prep we've got to finish between now and tomorrow, and then now and the rest of the week. We will go live tomorrow. We will show you how this came out, okay? I promise we will go live tomorrow and do that. And then as well, later on in the week, we have some really, really cool things that we're doing, but we're doing like a really cool Easter brunch Saturday. So we're gonna go live on Saturday too and show you what that looks like. So it's been real, it's been fun, it's been real fun. My name is Crystal. Did I ever even, sorry, I never even said who I am. I'm the owner, I'm the creative director of Poppin' Parties, where every day is a party. Today, tomorrow, this week is no exception. It's been so fun having you. I can't wait to see you next Monday at 5:30 and later on this week. It was a pleasure. Good luck to everybody with all of their events all week.